Texas Congressman, Chairman of the House Science, Space, and Technology Committee, Brian Babin. Good morning to you, Congressman. So I'd like to start by just getting your initial reaction to this move. Huntsville is called the Rocket City for a reason.
Absolutely. That's a historic, the old Redstone Arsenal. Warner von Braun, who created our rocket program that got us to the moon back in '69. This is where he did most of his work. And so I think, I didn't make the decision, but the Department of Defense did, and this is the way it is. And so we are looking for good things.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, the president says one of the main reasons for the move is due to Colorado's mail-in voting, but I can't get beyond the fact that Alabama, reliably red. Colorado, not so much.
Well, I'd have to agree with you there. I really would. And I have visited both places. I like them both, but certainly Colorado is a blue state. There's no question about that. But we'll see. All I know is that President Trump is making space front and center for his administration. And me, as the chairman of the Science, Space, and Technology Committee in the House of Representatives, we are delighted to have this happen because whether we like it or not, whether the folks out there know it or not, we are locked into Space Race 2.0 with the Chinese. And it is absolutely imperative that we win the space race.
Yeah, and speaking of controlling the skies, I know you reacted on X to President Trump sharing that dramatic video where a U.S. military strike obliterated a Venezuelan drug boat in the Caribbean, saying in part, quote, "If you traffic poison, you sink." Do you think Trump will completely upend Maduro's narco state? What does this signal to other cartels and terrorists worldwide?
It sends a very strong signal that there's a new sheriff in charge of the United States of America. I think it's high time that we start exerting and showing the muscle that we need to show these thugs and criminals that are international, basically. And you know what? If you're killing 100,000 plus Americans a year with drugs flowing in across the border, then you need to pay the price. And these thugs that were in this boat absolutely paid the price. So couldn't happen to nicer guys. I want to see more of it happening. This is exactly what President Trump is all about. It just tells you what real leadership is. And we finally have it now, after 4 long years of Joe Biden and just kind of floundering.
Yeah. Mr. Chairman, we're just about, a few days away, legislative days away from a federal government shutdown. We know there's got to be a bipartisan deal reached by the end of the month. What do you think right now as you're returning to Washington, D.C., everybody's getting back together? Do you think something gets done before the end of the month?
Yes, I do. I'm optimistic. You know, we've got a great leader in Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. He's an optimistic, a devout man who just shows a great example. And, he's underestimated by the opposition constantly. And I can tell you, I think Mike Johnson is going to lead us into funding this government. So we're going to avoid a shutdown. A shutdown is not necessary. We're concentrating on the things that are important, and that is America First policy under President Trump's administration to, restore our border security and restore law and order and save our energy industry and get back to #1. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We've got our heads down, our backs up, and we're working fast.
All right, Congressman Brian Babin from Texas. Great to see you this morning. Thank you.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.